This video is just going to be the exact trade breakdown of the USDCAD sell that I took on 3rd of March. And hindsight 2020, I lost the trade. Risked 1%, I lost the trade. And yeah, I'll be breaking down the technical analysis and how I control my emotions throughout the trade, how I actually exactly analyzed and got into the trade, the proof that I took the trade. I'll be showing my FundingPips dashboard, and also I'll be walking you through my exclusive journal. And yeah, that's about it, and let's catch you in the next part of the video. Yeah, this is my 10K FundingPips two-step journal. Right, you can see on the 3rd of March, there was a Tuesday market around 7:25 is my entry, PM IST, and it was taken in USDCAD, it was a sell. You can see the entry, SLCP, I've risked 1%, which is in dollars, you're looking at about $100. And this is the lot size that I took, 1.05. You got your 4.11, which was the planned RR, but things didn't go as planned. And you can see my realized R is basically minus 1.1. This is the fees that I paid, the P&L, equity after the trade as well. So this trade was basically executed in the overlap session, basically New York open and London close, around that time. I call it as overlap. And the time frames that I personally used was a 15-minute and a 5-minute change of character, and a retest to that zone. So I primarily trade an SMC setup. So that is it. Let's just see what I did, right? So I'll first walk you down through exact wordings, and then I'll show you the technical analysis on the chart, so you guys are already prepped and ready to go when you guys see the charts, and maybe say that I did this wrong or I did that wrong, whatever. It could be anything, right? It's about improving yourself and improving me too if I did something wrong. Anyways, so it was the same zone that I was using for selling for the entire of the last week. And there was a lot of liquidity buildup on the bottom because I think price went down and then came back up into that zone. So there should be a lot of liquidity on the bottom to be collected. So it made sense to sell to grab all that liquidity. And it was also the retest zone of the previous week high and the previous month high, which is a very good price action level if you guys didn't already know. So I thought that it would sell, and I got it short on the 5 minutes, and I took a good entry, and price tapped onto my entry. The moment the price tapped onto my entry, the price flew 1:1, and I did not set cost to cost SL or anything, but right after that price went straight to SL. No issues with this one, so because I stuck to my analysis and I just took the trade. So this is let me show you the before. So this was the before, right? So this was the before picture. This was the 15-minute zone that I was targeting. This is on the 5 minutes, you have to notice. So this was an extra entry plan that I did not go through because I thought price would go all the way till here, then it wouldn't make sense to come for an extreme order block. But that didn't happen, luckily. So I got a very good entry around this region, right? In the golden region of the fib, basically. And I set my SL right above the swing and entry right here. And SL to grab the Asia lows, basically all this pending liquidity and even more further down, right? So that was the plan. And yeah, so price basically just came back and then gave me 1:1 and then just went straight to SL. You will see that in the next picture right here. So that's exactly what happened. Price tap, immediate 1:1 and then SL. And what I meant by that trade, right? So you can see that on the 5 minutes. Let's go into the 15. Yeah, so on the 15, you can see that so this is the previous month and the previous week's high. So price basically tapped that zone and then came back down, right? Price basically tapped that zone and then came back down. So all I was expecting price to do was to be like some sort of a retest from this region. And because you can see this trend line liquidity building up, and you can see that price has already grabbed all of that. So this whole move, this move right here is what I wanted to capture with this move. But things just don't go as planned, right? Things just don't go as planned. And what happened was basically I did not exactly notice this as properly, right? This, you can see that price grabbed it and I took an entry right here, placing my SL right here, and you can see that just above that is where you have previous week's high and previous month high. This is actually something that I'm noticing right now when I'm trading, because at that time I was just solely focused on the exact zones. And yeah, this is something that I noticed now. So something that you guys have to keep in mind or keep in check is that you guys have to regularly monitor or regularly journal your thoughts, journal your trades, and so that you guys can find insights just like this. But so you had your previous week's high and the month, but I don't understand why I took this sell zone right here then. I thought that on the 15 you can see that price has given me a change of character, so I thought price would probably come back up and then go down. Maybe that was the plan. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the plan, right? That's the only thing that kind of logically makes sense. But anyways, price violated my zone. That is one red flag to notice, right? Price violated my zone, but still gave me a change of character. And then I entered on the retest, correct? And price just gave me 1:1 and then I sell. So something to note is that on the bigger picture, yes, price did give me a change of character right here, right? So we have technically, on a technical analysis basis, we have shifted onto the downside and this beautiful liquidity buildup right here. But you can see the bigger picture liquidity. That is what you're supposed to go for, right? The bigger picture liquidity is that there is previous week's high and previous month's high, and that is something that I clearly missed out on, and this was the clear downfall of this trade. And yeah, that is why I exactly lost this trade. Anyways, let's go to the FundingPips dashboard. Let's see where I'm standing at right now. Okay, so we're here after a whole week of trading. I'm still in profit of 0.5%. Minimum days is done. It's just the profit target, and you can see this day. So this is what I lost, right? This is my loser, and let's just walk you through. Yeah, this USDCAD sell that I took on 3rd of March, which is right here. This trade, let's focus on this trade, right? So you can see this trade is what I lost, and you can see the dashboard. And yeah, that's about it. I think I've clearly explained why I lost the trade. Actually, man, I've been making a lot of mistakes in this account, in this challenge, and yeah, but I'm also learning a lot, and I'm glad to share my insights or share my losses with you guys on YouTube, so you guys can also learn and not make the same mistakes. So that's something that I'm really proud of, or grateful for. Anyways, that's about it. So I've showed you the proof, showed you my journal, walk you through my technical analysis, my thoughts on the trade. Horrible trade now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, that's about it, and I'll catch you in the next one.